It's sleepy. There's nothing like this little... Wait, what are the brain things? The brain sequence. Who's right here? Megan! Megan! What's the brain thing called? Man, good game today, okay? Serves, very big. Serves, and not super zoomed in, like a little bit. You can do, and then just follow the ball. And then get this shot. Come on, look at these guys. Sorry, man. The clock's not moving. Did you come out? The clock? What did you just say to me? Oh, we know.
Welcome to the Night Arena on the campus of beautiful Southern Virginia University for tonight's men's volleyball matchup of two of the top 10 teams in the country, featuring the 5th-ranked Mustangs of Stevenson University and your 8th-ranked Southern Virginia University Knights. President Wilcox and the Southern Virginia staff, thank you for your support of the student athletes and coaches participating in today's contest. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, they ask you to please respect the following SVU athletic rules. Cheer loudly and proudly for your team, not against the visitors. No profanity, vulgarity, racist, or sexist remarks. No personal remarks towards players, coaches, or officials. Please stay away from the playing area and team bench areas. And please remember, there is a zero tolerance for alcohol and tobacco use at all contests. Thank you for your cooperation, and go Knights! In accordance with tradition at Southern Virginia University, we will begin with a word of prayer, which will be offered by Jonah Brown.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful to be here together, and we're especially grateful for these two teams. We're grateful for their abilities and their achievements that have brought them here. We pray that they may enjoy their game and that we may enjoy their sportsmanship. And these things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Now, if you would all please rise and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
You are sitting in the best seat in the house, and I am thrilled to join you. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Knights Sports Arena. Tonight's men's volleyball matchup between the number 5 team in the nation, the Mustangs of Stevenson, versus the number 8 team in the nation, the Knights of Southern Virginia. The Knights on their winning streak so far in this season. They're 3-0 in the season. Last time they were in Night Arena, they were ranked number 9 in the country. They've since moved up to 8 after their great win in the last game against Draymond.
At center, wearing number 11 from Henrico, Virginia, Christian Taylor.
And last time the Knights were here in Night Arena, they faced off against the Blazers of Elms College, number 14 in the nation. And in the first set against the Blazers, it was all Blazers. The Knights able to retake the second set. And then in the third set, Knights able to win. Off 2 service errors, Knights able to take the win, and the end of that 3-1 over the number 14 ranked Blazers of Elms College. And here in this matchup tonight, they face off against the number 5 team in the nation and the Mustangs of Stevenson. Mustangs of Stevenson hosting a number of great players. Their leading scorer on the team right now, number 1, Landon Shorts, a senior from York, Pennsylvania. But this Knights team, no team to be messed with. A great team that this Knights team had, led by the leadership of Mitch Usovich. Mitch Usovich, one of those central blockers for this Knights team. And now the starting lineup for the Southern Virginia Knights.
6-foot senior from Center Middle, Ohio, Cougar.
Starting first for the Knights, number 1, an outside hitter, and a senior, his final season as a Knight. Paul Clark, a great outside hitter for this Knights team. Second leading killer on this Knights squad. Joining him is number 4, Mark Stapley. We mentioned him before, Mitch Usovich, the senior middle blocker, 6'5" from Gilbert, Arizona, adds that spark that this Knights team has. And joining him at setter, number 8, Kaipo Tagaloa. Kaipo Tagaloa, second in the CVC in assists per set, averages 9.18. Joining him, number 10, Colby Wilson. Colby Wilson in the top 10, on the top 5 rather, in the CVC for blocks in a game. And the spark plug for this Knights team, the leading scorer for the CVC, averages 4.36 kills per set, has 48 kills on the season. Only 3 games the Knights have played. And also joining him, Daniel Aina. And the Knights are coached by Tom Peterson. This will be Coach Tom Peterson's first home match of this season, as the last home match against Elms College. He was out sick, and Coach Baker having to take the head coach duties from Peterson at that time. Should be a very interesting matchup. It's a top 10 matchup in the nation for both squads. The Knights really want to get off to a quick start in this game. You expect them to be looking for Noel Recabaron. Noel Recabaron, the 6'2" sophomore hailing from Argentina. Like we said earlier, he leads the team in kills for the season. He has 48 in only 3 games played, averages 4.36 kills per set, and has an outstanding hitting percentage of .378. That's phenomenal for as little NCAA Division III experience as he has at just a sophomore. Knights will be looking to get off to a quicker start than they did in their last home match against the Blazers of Elms. Like we mentioned earlier, in that first home match, the Knights had started off extremely slow in that first set. Started off slow and really gave the Blazers one when they really didn't earn it. So the Knights here in this match, we're looking to start off with a full head of steam and take the first set handily. Will not be an easy feat. The Mustangs of Stevenson, 8-1 on the season. They've played a number of preseason matches so far, and then an 8-game winning streak. They lost their first game against West Virginia Charleston, and since then, they've been an unstoppable force. They've done an 8-game winning streak. And starting off the action for tonight, number 11, Christian Taylor. Match is underway, and Knights able to take the first point as Paul Clark gets things started for the Knights with a kill.
Cooper Clark to serve.
Clark's serve goes long.
Serving.
Playable by the Knights. That kill by Recabaron falls in, gives another point for the Knight, and adds to yet the impressive list of stats that Recabaron has put up so far throughout this season. Back to serve for the Knights, number 7, Mitch Usovich. Usovich. Mustangs now. Tagaloa. Wilson's kill will go off the fingertips of what appears to be number 12, Garrett Weigel. Bringing the Knights up 3-1 over the 5th team in the nation, the Mustangs of Stevenson. That serve is long. Brings it 2-3, Knights still in the lead. Now we see a substitution coming in for the Mustangs. Number 8, Michael Darty. Guardy serve. Right into the net, gives the ball back to the Knights. Now back to serve for the Knights. Number 4, Mark Stapley. Mark Stapley, a sophomore, standing at 6'3" at 225 pounds from Laguna Niguel, California. Now here come the Stangs. Tagaloa. Back to Wilson. They'll say it's a net violation against the Mustangs of Stevenson. Knights will retain the ball. Stapley back to serve again. Quick kill down by number 16 of the Mustangs, Nate Reynolds. Off the hands of Stapley. Mustang serve.
Always a jumper, boys. We got a jumper.
Knights in this season looking to regain the success they had last season. Made it to the number 4 position in the nation last year. Didn't make it into the NCAA tournament after a tough loss. 5-set game against Keene last year. So the Knights and these seniors, the likes of Mitch Usovich, Colby Wilson, and the like, really want to get this season started with a full head of steam and not have the disappointing end to a season that they had last year in this coming year. And so far, they've done a great job. They're 3-0 so far in the season, but they're facing a very tough opponent tonight in the Mustangs of Stevenson. Now back to serve for the Mustangs, number 12, Garrett Weigel. Referee's just having a word with number 1, Landon Shorts of the Mustangs. And with that break in the action, gives me a time to introduce my colleague here in the booth, Shay Maloof.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I just got back from baseball practice, just got back from the diamond, ready to hit the court.
And Shay, here in this game, we see 2 top 10 teams in the nation. Stevenson ranked at number 5 in the nation. Knights not far behind at number 8. 2 real powerhouse teams. Should be a really exciting matchup tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the Knights are off to a hot start, as you were saying, picking up where they left off last season. And Stevenson is also hot, coming in with an 8-1 record. This should be a very exciting match tonight.
And Shay, not only that, the Mustangs coming into this game with an 8-game winning streak. Lost their first game of the season against University of West Virginia, Charleston. And since then, haven't been able to be stopped. 8-game winning streak, but they face a tough opponent here with the Knights. The Knights, they're so hungry this year. Like we mentioned earlier, they had a tough end to last season against Keene, not able to get into the NCAA tournament. This Knights team full of fire, especially with the seniors. You mentioned it before, Mitch Usovich, Colby Wilson, and the like. All of those players are so determined this year and expect them to have such an impact in every single game, every single minute that they're in. It looks like now as the break is over, we'll get back the action started. Again, back to serve for Stevenson, number 12, Garrett Weigel. Weigel, a sophomore, standing at 6'3" from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Game tied up 5-5. Served by Weigel, finds its way onto the line and in. Bring the Mustangs up 6-5 over the Knights. First lead the Mustangs have had of this game.
That one was just perfectly placed. There's nothing that we could have done about that.
Weigel again. Tagaloa. Too many hits on the side of the Knights. Put another point on the board for Stevenson. It'll send Weigel to serve yet again, 3rd time in a row. That kill from Paul Clark off the hands of Weigel and down for a point for the Knights. Shay, that's the power that a senior like Paul Clark can bring to the court.
Right, and with the low ceiling here also, we saw how it affected Stevenson.
Great block by the Knights, but then hit over by number 4, Logan Smiley. just caught the Knights off guard.
Logan Smiley now serving.
Now back to serve for the Mustangs. Number 4, Logan Smiley. Smiley serve into the net. 7-8 Mustangs.
Colby Wilson to serve.
Now back to serve for the Knights. Number 10, Colby Wilson. Great save by Noel Rekabaran. Playable by Stevenson. That kill goes off the hands of Mitch Usevich and Kaipo Tagaloa, and down for a point for Stevenson.
Looked like he timed his jump wrong on that one. He jumped a little bit too early, and he was already on his way back down by the time the ball hit his hands.
Now back to serve for the Mustangs, number 16, Nate Reynolds. Nate Reynolds, a middle hitter, standing at 6'8". Now here come the Knights. And that kill down by Mitch Usevich. Usevich third on his team, 4 blocks, averages right around .73 blocks per set. Now Tagaloa. Tagaloa second in the nation for assists per set, averages right around 9. The Knights flexing their muscles yet again as Mark Stapley goes down for the block. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 8, Kaipo Tagaloa. Shay, like we said earlier, Tagaloa second in the CBC for assists per set, averages right around 9.18. Mark Stapley, 2 blocks in a row to give the Knights lead here on this first set, 10-9.
Yeah, and Chris, as you're talking about Kaipo Tagaloa, I think he's a huge reason for the Knights' success. He's been a great setter for this team this season with a lot of great plays and great assists, like you said.
Absolutely has been. Now the junior from Lincoln, Nebraska sets up again. That's a great kill down by number 23, Kyle Bosco.
Kyle Bosco. Boy, Mustangs. Christian Taylor serving.
Back to serve now, number 11, Christian Taylor. That's why Rekabaran leads the CBC in kills. Big right hand down for 1. Back to serve now for the Knights, number 1, Paul Clark. Paul Clark, a senior from Centerville, Ohio. Play for the Knights, Tagaloa, Aina. Tagaloa. Rekabaran, big right hand down for the kill. 12-10 Knights. Paul Clark to serve again. And that goes off the fingertips of Kaipo Tagaloa. He saw it, Shea, as soon as it hit his hands, made a face, knew that wasn't what he wanted to do with the ball.
Yeah, kind of took him by surprise, it looked like.
Great kill down by Mitch Usevich. No stopping that one. Now Usevich back to serve. Looks like it'll be a foot fault on Mitch Usevich. It'll send the Mustangs back to serve. Number 8, Michael Darty. Darty, a freshman, standing at 5'10" from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Knights now. Reckabarn trying to fake him out with the left hand. No doing. Stevenson now. Down for the block. They'll give the points. Looks like they'll give the points to the Mustangs of Stevenson.
Reckabarn was not happy with that call.
Reckabarn believing that it hit just inside the line. Referee saw it differently. Now Daugherty back to serve. No denying that one. Falls within the Knights' side of play. Point Stevenson.
Point Mustangs, Daugherty.
Daugherty back to serve for the third time in the row now. And that hit by Stapley far wide and out.
I think it's safe to say that one was not where he was aiming.
Absolutely wasn't. You know, the next time he gets a chance at that ball, he's not going to make the mistake. Daugherty back to serve for the fourth time now. Daugherty's first serve, no good. Point Knights. Looks like back to serve for the Knights, number 4, Mark Stapley. Stapley serve no good, into the net, make it 16-14. Mustangs. Kill by Paul Clark goes off the hands of several Mustangs players and out of bounds for a point Knights. And Shea Paul Clark, second on this SVU Knights men's volleyball team in kills per set, has right around 2.36, has 26 kills on the year. It'll be point Knights. That'll be a double touch on Stevenson. Point Knights now back to serve. Number 12, Nawel Reckabarn. Reckabarn, not only an explosive player, also extremely efficient. Hitting percentage right now in the season is .378. That's phenomenal hitting percentage.
Exactly right. And it is rare for Reckabarn to miss. And when he does, he comes back the next play and just shows exactly why and how he's leading this team, and not only the team, but the conference in kills.
Not only that, Shay, and a couple weeks ago, Reckabarn named NCAA Division III Men's Volleyball Player of the Week. Quite an honor for the sophomore here at Southern Virginia, only his second season as a Knight.
Well, he doesn't look like a sophomore.
Absolutely doesn't look like a sophomore. Plays with so much more experience than his age would say, but this Knights team without him is such a different team. When you have him on the court, he just demands so much attention from the defense that it's hard to not mention his name throughout a set.
You're exactly right. They notice exactly when he takes the court because they know how powerful his hits are. It's hard not to recognize it.
And Shay, the only person on Stevenson that can really compare up to Reckabarn in terms of hitting percentage and kills per set is number 1, Landon Shorts. Landon Shorts, a senior, standing at 6'2" from York, Pennsylvania, has a hitting percentage on this season right around 3.25. That's still extremely good, but nowhere near the numbers that Reckabarn's put up this season.
Well, and it's hard to come close to Reckabarn. I mean, he's just a monster on the court.
And given the the difference in games that these two squads have played in, Stevenson played in 9 games so far. Landon Shorts has 125 kills on the season. The Knights have only played in 3. Reckabarn so far has 48. So well on his way to eclipsing the numbers put up by Landon Shorts and have just a monster season for the Knights. Now the man himself back to serve for the Knights. Nawel Reckabarn. Reckabarn serve no good into the net. Make it 17-all and give the ball back to the Mustangs of Stevenson.
And don't expect to see that from Reckabarn very much. He does not miss often.
Knights climbing up in the standings nationally. Just last week ranked 9th in the nation. They moved up 1 spot to the 8th spot in the nation, but Stevenson doing some moving of their own. A couple weeks ago, ranked 7th in the nation. They jumped up 2 whole spots to take that number 5 in the nation spot. A top 10 matchup we have here tonight, and it hasn't disappointed. And that tip over so good by number 12, Garrett Weigel. Some substitutions coming in now for the Mustangs. Number 17, Billy Russo. Billy Russo, a senior, standing at 6'1" from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. First time we mentioned his name in today's broadcast. Now here come the Knights. Paul Clark, big right hand, down for 1. Tagaloa now serving for the Knights. Great play overall by Stevenson, able to be set up and then killed down by number 23, Kyle Bosco.
That was a very well set up play, with the setter setting it perfectly right when he was jumping to just slam it down.
That tab over by Rekabon, just not strong enough as it falls inside the Knights playing area. Point Stevenson. That kill by Paul Clark, no good. Bring a point to Stevenson. Be a timeout taken by the Knights of Southern Virginia. And Shea, right now you're the Knights. You're down 19-21 to Stevenson. What can you do in this first set to make sure you don't start off the game handicapped?
Well, so they were up 18-17 just a little bit ago, and they kind of let it get a little bit out of hand, giving up some points. So I would tell them to just get back to playing their game, because it looks like they've kind of just dropped out of that the last few points. Just get back to their game, because that's what they've been doing so well in this first set so far. So if they just get back to their game, they should be good.
Shane, so far the player leading Stevenson right now in kills and in points, number 4, Logan Smiley. Logan Smiley, a sophomore, standing at 6'3" from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He's given the Knights a hard time so far. How can the Knights defend Smiley and keep those other big hitters like Landon Shorts off the board?
Well, so we've seen some of the blocks that haven't been set up right for the Knights. We've seen some blocks go out of bounds, just drop straight down. They need to get their blocking down and time their jumps better. And I think that's the only way that they can plan and play for those hits by Stevenson.
Absolutely, Shane. The Knights have the weapons to be able to do so. Colby Wilson in the top 5 in the CBC for blocks per set. Also joining him, Mitch Usovich for the 2 senior middle blockers. They have the ability to do what you just said. Let's see if they can do it. Knights able to attack a point on there off the easy serve violation by Stevenson. And now Paul Clark back to serve for the Knights. Clark now. Looked like a broken play there by Stevenson, but nevertheless gets Knights on the board, tie it up at 21 all.
Well, it looks like the timeout for the Knights started paying off because it killed the momentum that Stevenson had.
Great service by Paul Clark. Blocked by Stevenson, joined number 1, Landon Shorts, and number 23, Kyle Bosco. Able to block it down with 4 hands. Make it 22-21, Stevenson. The serve by Shorts. Too far out of the reach of Mark Stapley. Now bring the score 23-21 in favor of the Mustangs. And another timeout taken by Coach Baker of the Knights. Shea, so far in this game, 23-21. Logan Smiley picked up another kill since we last talked, since the last time out. But the Knights so far, they're doing a really good job of setting up their offense. Only thing that's really caused a problem for the Knights so far are those trick plays coming from Stevenson. Not the kills, but just little tap-overs that catch the Knights out of position.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Stevenson's plays are very well set up for the formation that the Knights are putting on the court, because it's falling right in the middle of players, right on the edges, and it's hard to play those.
Some of the tricky tactics you can expect from a team that ranked number 5th in the nation. Again, the Knights this season, last year, they were able to reach number 4 spot in the nation. They want to get back to that. They want to get to number 4 and higher. They want to reach that number 1 spot and not disappoint, have that disappointing ending like they did last year. Back to serve now, Landon Shorts for the Mustangs. That serve hard off the hands of Daniel Aina. Make it 24-21. Set point now for the Mustangs. Back to serve now for the Mustangs. Number 1, Landon Shorts. Set point for Stevenson. Into the net. Knights stay in it. Bring it up 22-24. Some substitutes coming in for the Knights. Number 10, Colby Wilson, the senior, and also number 15, Cooper Anderson, the sophomore from Schertz, Texas. Anderson back to serve. Here comes Stevenson. That's a block by Rekha Barn and Colby Wilson. Bring the Knights 23-24. Timeout taken by the Mustangs of Stevenson. Knights pull it back within 1, 24-23. Still a set point opportunity in this coming serve for the Mustangs.
Exactly right. And the fact that Coach Peterson decided to put Anderson into serve in this high-pressure situation obviously shows a lot of faith and confidence in his young sophomore.
Absolutely does. Anderson, 4th in the team in serve aces per set, average right around .25. And like you said, as just a sophomore, some great faith shown by Coach Tom Peterson to put him in such a situation against a team so highly touted as the Mustangs.
All right, here we go. Cooper Anderson.
And back to serve again for the Knights. Number 15, Cooper Anderson. Set point opportunity for Stevenson. Anderson service playable, and here come the Mustangs. That kill down by number 4, Logan Smiley. Set goes to the Mustangs. They take the first set, now make it 1-0. In similar fashion to their first home game against Elm College, Knights dropped that first set. But like they did in that Elms game, they came back with such fire to get 3 games in a row. We're hoping for similar results tonight.
Well, I think they'll do that. And if you look, when you're playing the number 5 team and you see that they're ranked ahead of you, you kind of come into the match with some intimidation, like an intimidation factor, just knowing that they're ranked higher than you. But I think at this point, the fact that that first set was so close, they'll come into the second set knowing that they can hang in there with these guys and they're not that much more powerful.
And Shea, when Stevenson has the opportunity to attack, there's one name they're going to so far in the game. That's number 4, Logan Smiley. The sophomore so far, giving the Knights a lot to handle, especially in that first set. Into that first set with 6 kills, only 2 errors, had a .44 hit percentage, which is absolute phenomenal numbers. And you have to think, if you're Coach Tom Peterson and the Knights, you would have expected the Mustangs to go towards their number 1 guy, Landon Shorts. Besides Landon Shorts, has 125 kills so far on the season. No other player on the Stevenson's roster compares number-wise to Shorts. But we've seen Smiley just take this game and make it his own. How do the Knights defend that? You said get those big blockers in like Mitch Usovich and Colby Wilson, but there has to be more you can do if you're the Knights.
Well, just knowing that Smiley is on, Stevenson's setter is doing a very good job of getting it to his hot hitters, and Smiley is the hot hitter tonight for Stevenson. And I think it's important for the Knights to know that and to focus more on him And then if they start setting it to other guys, then go to those guys. But Smiley is the guy that they're targeting most heavily right now. And I think that the Knights can do a better job of defending specifically him.
In their last game here at home against Elms College, we interviewed Paul Clark, the senior from Centerville, Ohio, and asked him if there was one player that you could give the MVP to for that game, who would it be? He didn't give us a singular player, but instead he told us that the defense of his squad deserves the most valuable asset for this team. And the defensive specialist, the captain of that defense for the Knights, number 14, Daniel Aina, a senior, one of those seniors standing at 5'11" from Hilo, Hawaii. If the Knights want to get in defensive-wise, that's who they're going to go through. Daniel Aina, last game against Elms, some crucial digs to keep his team in it. So as soon as he gets his opportunity and gets near that ball and has the opportunity to do what he does as a defensive specialist, to get those digs and set it up for the offensive weapons like Tagaloa and Rekabarn, the Knights should be right back in this. Don't you agree?
Yeah, you're exactly right. They just need to get some of their, like you said, they need to get some of these players more involved in this match. And the first set was close. They did a great job in the first set. They just need to come out firing in the second set with that fire that they came out with in the second set of that Elms match.
Absolutely. No change to the lineup so far for the Knights. Still in the field, Paul Clark, Noel Rekabarn, Daniel Aina, Mitch Usovich, Kaipo Tagaloa, Mark Stapley, and Colby Wilson. Now the libero for Stevenson makes his way onto the court. Number 22, Derek Tangora. You see some great work so far by Tangora on the defensive side of things, mainly as a serve stopper. It almost seems that all of the Knights' serves are falling right to him, and that gives the Mustangs an opportunity to set up an attack. Starting things off here in the second set for the Knights. Paul Clark back to serve. Second set is underway. Knights able to snag an early point after the failed attack attempt by Stevenson. Paul Clark back to serve, and Paul Clark leads this team in aces per set. Has right around 0.4 aces per set for this SVU Knights squad. And that kill by Rekabarn, the big right hand falling inside, bringing the Knights up 2-0 against the Mustangs.
And Chris, you're talking about Paul Clark. The senior leadership that he brings to this team that we've been talking about is a very crucial part of this Knights squad, the success of this Knights team.
Be a net violation on Noel Rekabarn. Stevenson gets their first point of the second set. Now back to serve for them, number 1, Landon Shorts. Great save by Daniel Aina, able to keep it in play. Now here comes Stevenson. Left hand by Rekabarn, playable by the Mustangs. Smiley. That hit by Stapley too far out of bounds. Make it 2-all. Short still serving now. Knights will give Stapley another opportunity at it. Knights are trying to appeal that it came off the hands of a couple of blockers of the Mustangs. Referees see differently. Point up for Stevenson University. Short now. Great dig by Aina and Tagaloa. Knights able to keep it in play, but here come the Mustangs. That kill down by number 4, Logan Smiley. 7 kills on the night for Smiley. Landon Shorts back to serve yet again. That kill by Rekha Baran right into the net. Stevenson goes at 5-2 in the second set.
Looked like the play was for Usovic to fake it so that Rekha Baran could hit it, but it looked like Usovic didn't really peel off enough for Rekha Baran to get up and hit it.
That kill down by number 11, Christian Taylor, just off the hands of Mark Stapley. Brings Stevenson up 6-2 here in this second set. Short now. That serve is wide. Chalk a point up for the Knights. Now coming in for the Knights, number 15, Cooper Anderson. Like you said earlier, Shea Anderson brought in multiple times for serving duties. Just that faith shown in him by longtime coach Tom Peterson.
And Anderson might miss every once in a while, but it's not very often at all. It's very rare, actually.
Very rare indeed, but this one of the 1 in a million times. Anderson serves it into the net. Now back to serve for the Mustangs, number 8, Michael Darty. Still playable by the Knights. Mustangs now. Blocked down by Rekha Baran. Referees wave it off, say it belongs to Stevenson. Referees just now having a talk about it because it looks like the sideline ref believed that that block fell in by Rekha Baran. But the official on the stand saw differently. Call will stand. The official on the stand said that point belongs to Stevenson, and it does bring them up 8-3 over the Knights. Big right hand falls down for Rekha Baran. Another kill on the night for him, bringing up 8-4. That'll bring Rekha Baran up to 6 kills on tonight. Rekha Baran able to tack another one on. Make it 7 on the night for Nawel Rekha Baran. That serve by Stapley too far. Make it 9-5 Stevenson. That kill by Colby Wilson off the hands of Logan Smiley and down. Good point for the Knights. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 12, Nawel Rekha Baran. Ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Stapley. Point Stevenson. Now back to serve for Stevenson. Number 4, Logan Smiley. Logan Smiley so far tonight, 8 kills and only 2 errors. Even 400 hitting percentage. Amazing numbers put up by Logan Smiley. The Knights really need to find their answer to him. They also need to find their offense. So far, Nawel Rekha Baran only has 7 kills on the night. Averages right around 4.5 kills per set. And what earned him National Player of the Week a couple weeks ago in their last game against Elms. Rekha Baran ended the game with 21 kills on the night.
And here in this set, he has 3. And it's very interesting. So Stevenson, the fact that Smiley is leading in kills tonight, whereas it's usually Landon Shorts, it shows that because Shorts is having an off night tonight, that Smiley is stepping up in the place of their of their cold star player. Whereas if Recca Barn were to go cold, I don't know who would be to step up.
Shows the adaptability that these top 10 teams in the nation all do have. And like you're saying, Shay, if Recca Barn were to fall, you have other players like Paul Clark. Paul Clark, when called upon, is an extremely efficient hitter. So the Knights really need to find their flow on offense and able to get it through those other hitters. We've seen Colby Wilson make a number of plays. Mark Stapley get his name in there a few times. But the Knights really need to spread the floor and find a way to get points on the board. That kill down by number 1, Landon Shorts. Met right on top of the net by Tagaloa and Shorts. Shorts just getting the upper hand. Now back to serve. Number 17, Billy Russo, his second serve in a row. Recca Barn, big right hand down in the bottom left corner. Chalk it up for the Knights. Now back to serve for the Knights, Kaipo Tagaloa. It'll be a double hit on number 7, Mitch Usevich of the Knights. Be another point for the Mustangs. Now back serve for the Mustangs, number 11, Christian Taylor, senior, a graduate student senior from Henrico, Virginia. Kill down by Paul Clark.
And Paul Clark's hitting percentage is very good as well. And the fact that he's hitting with such consistency tonight, I think he should be involved in more plays for the Knights.
Paul Clark, 5 kills on the night, right around 500 hitting percentage. So great numbers put up by the senior Paul Clark, and he's also one of the leaders in service aces per set. He's showing his serving chops there. The Knights able to pick up another point. Make it 10-13 in the second set. Mustangs still ahead. That hit by number 23, Kyle Bosco, a little bit too much mustard on it. Goes out of bounds. Point Knights, 11-13. Paul Clark back to serve again. Broken play yet again by Stevenson. Point Knights. First timeout of the game taken by head coach of Stevenson, Aldous Burzins. Give Stevenson just a little bit of time to talk about what's happened so far. They still have the lead here in the second set, but the Knights right on their heels.
Yeah, and it looks like the momentum has shifted from Stevenson's side to the Knights side, because Stevenson had the momentum after the end of the first set, carrying into the second set. But now it seems that the tide has shifted to the Knights.
Momentum shift for the Knights, really playing off the hands of, like we've said, Paul Clark, amongst the other players for the Knights. Noel Recca Barn still leads both teams in kills, just doesn't have the efficiency that he might want. Knights, like you said, they need to find other guys to get the ball to and able to put points on the board. Paul Clark has stepped up. Another name, Colby Wilson, only has 2 kills on the Knights, but he has that X factor, and it comes as a middle blocker that you need. No one wants to go up against Colby Wilson because majority of the time he'll come back down with it with a block. And also give Coach Tom Peterson of the Knights an opportunity to talk to his guys about what they need to do. And Coach Tom Peterson is such an asset for this Knights team. Former national championship coach of the year when he was formerly coaching at Brigham Young University. We're so glad to have him here at Southern Virginia University. He's really taken this men's volleyball program and stepped it up a notch. Now back to serve, Paul Clark. Get action restarted here in the second set. And that block goes just wide off the hands of Stapley and Usavich. Now back to serve for Stevenson. Number 1, Landon Shorts. Haven't heard much from Landon Shorts so far tonight.
And that's why.
Landon Shorts so far in this game not finding his groove. Like we mentioned so many times before, leads this team in kills with 126 on the year. Amazing hit percentage right above the 300s. So far tonight, a non-factor for this Mustangs team. Now back to serve for the Knights, Cooper Anderson. Blocked down by senior Colby Wilson. Tie it up 14-14. After that block by Wilson, it'll give Anderson another chance. Serve for Anderson. Playable by the Knights. 3 hit over by Paul Clark. Here come the Mustangs. Blocked down by the team of Stapley and Wilson. Knights' first lead of the second set, 15-14. Come the Knights. Drecker Barnes kill down. Good for 1 point. Make it a 2-point lead.
And Chris, we talked about in the first set how Stevenson was just tapping it over right into the holes, and the Knights, they tried it right there, but there wasn't a hole. The Knights were preparing and planning for that, and I think that might be a huge reason as to why we have the momentum right now that we do.
Anderson serve goes into the net, gives Stevenson the ball back on service. Back to serve number 8, freshman from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Michael Doherty. Blocked by number 16, Nate Reynolds. Drecker Barnes kill. Not able to find its mark. Doherty again. Big right hand, down and good by Mark Stapley. 17-16 Knights. And now Stapley will take the service duties for the Knights. Little bit of a break in the action now as some sweat needs to be mopped up on the Stevenson side of the floor, but the Knights huddling up, getting a chance to talk about what they need to do to carry this momentum forward. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 4, Mark Stapley. Service too hard off the chest of number 22, Derek Tangora. Knights go up 18-16. Stapley again. Great dig by Aina. Well played by both teams. Dug by Stapley. Tagaloa. Come the Knights again, set up attack. Dig no good by Aina, able to get down, not able to get the hands on it. Chalk it up as a point for Stevenson. Great rally by both squads.
We've seen a lot of exciting points here in this match.
It's what you can expect from two of the top programs in the nation. Knights lead 18-17 here in the second set. Great dig there by Stevenson. Now the Knights have an opportunity for attack. That hit by Smiley, too strong, point Knights. And it'll force head coach Aldous Berzins of Stevenson to take a timeout. Right now, Shea, Knights lead 19-17. They carry this momentum, and we haven't heard the name Noel Recabarn so much in that little run that the Knights have had. But the Knights, they need to finish it off. They need to take a second set. How do they do that?
Right, and I think they started spreading the ball out to more players. Paul Clark's gotten some more hits. Colby Wilson's gotten some more hits. I think they're finally starting to spread it out and allow more players to get involved. And I think that's a big part of the success they're having right now.
I think also, Shea, you can attribute to the defensive side. They shut down Logan Smiley so far. Only had 7 kills last time we talked about the Knights taking the shift of momentum, and right now he only has 8. So the Knights on defense able to shut down the big hitters of Stevenson, and some seniors and other players for the Knights stepping up. Daniel Aina stepping up. Junior Kaipo Tagaloa. All these players stepping up where they need to be. Not the big name hitters like Recabarn and Paul Clark who always get their numbers. But it was defensive stars, those defensive studs that the Knights have in Daniel Aina and others that have stepped up so far. And I believe that's the main contributor to this shift in momentum. Hoping to keep the momentum going for the Knights. Number 12, Noel Recabarn for service. That kill by Smiley's good. Went off the hands of Kaipo Tagaloa. Make it 19-18. Knights still lead, with Stevenson right on their heels. Landon Shorts now. Big right hand down and good by Noel Recabarn. Make it 20-18 for the Knights.
Colby Wilson serving.
Now back to serve for the Knights. Number 10, Colby Wilson, middle blocker senior, sending a 6'4" from Saugus, California. Big right hand down and good. Instead, officials will say no good by Recabarn. Instead, it will be a net violation against Recabarn and the Knights.
Point goes to the Mustangs.
So instead of the Knights taking it up 21-18, Mustangs able to bring it back 19-20 after that net violation by Recabarn. Now back to serve number 5, Alex Melbardis. And Melbardis' serve no good. Now it's 19-21 Knights. Kaipo Tagaloa serve. Too strong, no good. Some back and forth action. Knights to lead 21-20. Back to serve, Christian Taylor. Not able to be saved by Stevenson. Point Knights. Back to serve, Paul Clark. Great dig by Stevenson. Here come the Mustangs. Blocked down, but it'll fall out of bounds. It'll be point Stevenson. Shea, so far in this game, the Knights able to pick up the blocks that they need, just not able to direct it into the court of play.
Right, and that was the problem they were having in the first set as well. A lot of missed blocks.
And another big right hand kill down good for Noel Recabarn. 23-21 Knights here in this second set. And so far in this game, Noel Recabarn picking up 11 kills.
I think Recabarn has found his rhythm here in the second set.
Exactly what the Knights need. Now back to serve Cooper Anderson. Anderson served no good yet again, so second straight time Anderson has served it into the net. brings Stevenson that much closer. It's 23-22. Knights able to keep the Mustangs at bay so far, but the Mustangs have a chance to make it equal. Darty now. Great kill by Mark Stapley. It's set point for the Knights. Stevenson making a host of changes so far, bringing in number 22 defensive specialist Derek Tangora. Mark Stapley now has the opportunity to take this second set for the Knights. Right into the net, make it 23-24. Knights still up, still set point opportunity. Weigel. Playable by the Knights. Great dig by Stevenson. He'll say it's a double touch on Stevenson. Knights able to pick up that point. Knights take the second set, bring it equal 1-1. So Knights able to take that second set. They tie it up 1-1. The number 5 team in the nation in the Mustang against number 8. So far in this game, Shay, it hasn't disappointed.
You're exactly right. It's definitely living up to the hype with the posters posted all over campus hyping this game up. And this game is definitely exactly as expected.
We thank you so much for joining us on the Knight Sports Network. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, but we'll bring you back as soon as the action starts. Thank you so much for joining us.
Torrey will be serving to Mitchell. We'll put 1 minute on the clock. During that time, Torrey will serve as many as she can to Mitchell, who is trying to catch them. Mitchell will be trying to catch and hold at least 3. All right, we'll keep track of the time here. On your mark, get set, go. Mitchell, come on over to accept your great prize. Congratulations. Let's give Mitchell and Torrey one more round. We wish them all the best.
Welcome back to the Knight Arena for tonight's top 10 volleyball matchup between the number 5 Mustangs of Stevenson and the number 8 Knights of Southern Virginia University. If you're watching this during the break, we got to see something great happen here at the Knight Arena. A couple proposing, so congratulations to them. Congratulations to the happy couple. So happy for them. But now we need to get back to some volleyball. Number 8 Knights against number 5 Mustangs. Knights able to pull it out in that second set to even it up 1-1. Shay, what do the Knights need to do coming into this third set to keep the momentum running and maybe pull away with this third set?
Like you said, they need to keep the momentum running. They just need to keep playing their game. They were playing their game at the end of the second set. And if they can keep doing that, then there's no one that can stop them, because their game is unstoppable.
Get the third set started. Back to serve for Stevenson, number 11, Christian Taylor. That'll just bounce off the top of the net. So Knights take the first point here in this third set. Again, pulled away there in that second set, carried the momentum, looking to carry the momentum here into this third set and do exactly what they did against Elms. Unfortunately, against Elms, they dropped the first set, but then came and swept Elms College, who was the 14th team in the nation. So no laughingstock, 3 straight sets. Stevenson having to scramble, but able to get it over. Now playable by the Knights. And they'll say it's a net violation yet again, and Noel Rekabaran. And if you just look at that last call, Shay, Coach Tom Peterson and basically everyone here at the Knight Arena couldn't really believe what just happened. Noel Rekabaran, known for his insane ability to be able to kill the ball down and really efficient in doing so. So surprising he gets a number of calls, especially net violations so far in this game. But now back to serve for the Mustangs, number 1, Landon Shorts. Rekabaran not able to get down fast enough for the kill. Gives Stevenson the lead here in this third set, 2-1. And that serve falls short for number 1, Landon Shorts. And now give it back to the Knights. Back to serve for the Knights, number 4, Mark Stapley. Mark Stapley played a really big hand there in that second set, especially in the last couple of points. What can we expect from him coming into this third set? More of the same, or maybe take a back seat as Noel Rekabaran heats up?
I would say for success, they need to keep involving Stapley, because Rekabaran can't do everything on his own. The wealth needs to be spread out throughout the team, and I think Stapley is one of the people that needs to be spread out to.
Stapley so far in this game, he has 3 kills on the night, only 3 errors, but a couple of assists and defensive digs. So making his presence known not just on the hitting side of things, but on the defensive side of the ball. And that really has paid dividends so much for the Knights. They've been able to stop the big hits coming from Short and coming from Smiley. That's what kept them in this game so far. And now they're up 3-2 here in the third set. Stapley now. Playable by the Knights. Great kill by Paul Clark, just not able to be corralled by number 23, Kyle Bosco of the Mustangs. Chalk a point up for the Knights after a really strong finish by Paul Clark. Knights keeping the pressure on. And that blocked down by Rekabaran. You just saw number 1, Landon Shorts of Stevenson, acted like he was going to go up strong for the kill, but instead just tipped it over. No, Rekabaran reading that all the way and able to block it back down. So Stapley back to serve for his 3rd time in a row. Great kill by Paul Clark. Too strong for Derek Tangora. 6-2 Knights.
You know, Chris, the blocking at the beginning of this third set is incredible for the Knights.
Absolutely is, Shay, and it'll force head coach Aldis Berzins of Stevenson to take a timeout. Right now in this game, Knights have 4 solo blocks, 8 block assists. So the Knights, with Mitch Usovich and Kaipo Tagaloa, able to keep their presence known, especially on that front line.
You're exactly right. And the blocks in the first set, like we talked about, they weren't finding them. They were either straight down on their side or out of bounds. But here at the beginning of the third set, the blocks are just unstoppable. And they're perfectly executed, and they could not be done any better.
Absolutely, Shay, and a number that really sticks out to me is the assist number on the night for both teams. Stevenson has right around 17 assists on the night. Knights boasting 26. Just shows you the different styles of play that these two teams boast. Knights really like to play through Kaipo Tagaloa. That's why he's top 2 in the CVC for assists per set. Like we said before, average right around 9.25. They always play through him. And he's so smart that he's not predictable. He's not always giving it to Rekha Barn or Paul Clark. He'll find the Colby Wilson or the Mark Stapley. Kind of the unsung heroes for this Knights team. So if they can keep playing their brand of ball, then the Knights can carry this all the way out. And they have a 6-2 lead over the number 5 team in the nation in the Stevenson Mustangs. Labeled by the Knights. Aina. Back to Paul Clark, and great dig by Tangora. Scramble for by Stevenson, just knocked over. Big right hand, down and good by Colby Wilson. What did we just say, Shay? Play it through Tagaloa. He'll find the open man that has the best percentage for killing it down.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I think with Tagaloa's experience as a junior with this team, he knows his players very well, his teammates.
And it had to happen sooner or later. Mark Stapley back to serve for his 5th time in the row. And that one hits nets. Gives the ball back to Stevenson. Stevenson down 3-7 here in the third set against the Knights of Southern Virginia. That hit by Colby Wilson, just too much power on it. Chalk a point up for Stevenson. And Tagaloa with the trickery, able to trick Stevenson into thinking he was going to lay it up. One of the great outside hitters for this Knights team, but instead electing to just tip it over with 2 hands. Too much for Stevenson to handle. And now back to serve for the Knights is number 12, Nawel Rekabaran. Just misplayed by Colby Wilson. Great serve by Rekabaran. Came off the hands of number 3, Mason Scott. Too hard. Colby Wilson not able to put it over with a kill. Instead, give the ball back to Stevenson. Now back to serve number 12, Garrett Weigel. Weigel served too far. Give it back to the Knights. Back serve for the Knights, the senior, number 10, Colby Wilson. Wilson serve, not able to find the mark. Make it 9-6. Knights still up. And that's served by Tanner Stauffer. Far too short. Give it back to the Knights. Tagaloa to serve. Saved by Paul Clark. blocked down by Usovic and Stapley. They'll just say it's a net violation against the Knights. Point Stevenson. Great hustle shown by Paul Clark, though, on that play.
That was an amazing save. Very athletic play by Paul Clark.
And despite the effort, to still be Stevenson's point. Back to serve Billy Russo. That kill by Paul Clark, too strong for number 9, Tanner Stauffer. Point Knights. Knights up 11-7. That hit by Clark, too strong. Gives Stevenson 8 points. Now back to serve for Stevenson, number 11, Christian Taylor. Great kill, down and good by number 4, Mark Stapley. Mark Stapley on the night so far has 4 kills, 4 digs. So making his presence known on both sides of that ball. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 15, Cooper Anderson. Playable by Stevenson. Up high and down hard by Paul Clark. That'll give Paul Clark 10 kills on the night, 1 behind Noel Reckabarn, who leads both squads in kills. Cooper Anderson back to serve. Playable by the Knights. As it came back over the net, Reckabarn trying to get a hand on it. Just hit it out of the reach of any teammates. Give a point to Stevenson.
That was a great play idea, though, set up by Kaipo Tagaloa.
Now back to serve, number 1, Landon Shorts. Hit by Reckabarn, too strong. Point Stevenson. Back to serve again for Stevenson, number 1, Landon Shorts. Great dig by Paul Clark, playable by the Knights, just hit over by Aina. Now the Mustangs. That block goes off the hands of Wilson and Stapley. Cut the Knights' lead down to 2 points. That block goes off the hands of Kyle Bosco and Garrett Wagle. Off the kill from Reckabarn. Point Knights. Stapley now serving. And that hit by Reckabarn goes off the fingertips of Kyle Bosco. Chuck another one up for the Knights, make it 15-11. Stapley again to serve. Still in, playable by the Knights, Reckabarn. Killed down by the team of Kyle Bosco and Garrett Wagle. Now back to serve for Stevenson, number 8, Michael Doherty. Haven't heard so much from him on really anything except serve so far in this game, but now the Knights have an opportunity to attack. Up high, down hard for Colby Wilson, 16-12 Knights.
You know, Chris, over these last 2 points, Colby Wilson has really made his name known on this court.
Absolutely. So far in this match, Colby Wilson has 3 kills, 4 digs, and a number of blocks. So Colby Wilson, a senior in his final season in a Knights uniform, wants to make his presence known. Absolutely is doing that tonight. Knights now service Noel Rekabaran. Colby Wilson called upon yet again and delivers for the Knights. Gives them a 5-point lead.
And you know, Chris, the energy that he brings to the court is just a huge help for the Knights.
Absolutely has, and that energy brought by Colby Wilson will force Coach Aldous Bergsons of Stevenson to take a time out. Right now, the Knights, who are ranked 3 places lower than the Mustangs nationally on this season, have a 5-point lead. What can that be attributed to besides the great energetic effect of the big hitters of this Knights team?
Honestly, I would say the turnaround of the blocking. Their blocks, like we were talking about in the first set, was just average. It wasn't great. And this third set, this is incredible blocking. Literally could not be done any better than what they're doing here in this third set.
So far, they've held Logan Smiley to 10 blocks on the night, and let it be known that Smiley ended the first set with 7. So in the following 2 sets that Smiley has played, only picked up 3, a testament to the Knights blocking and the Knights defense. And Colby Wilson, just like that, who ended the first set with only 1 kill, has 5 so far on the night. And like we've mentioned before, don't forget his blocking ability. Him up there with Mitch Usovich, who usually pairs up as the middle blocker. Just, you get into the head of your opponent. And if you're Stevenson so far, your big hitters in Landon Shorts and Logan Smiley so far in this set, in the last couple of sets, haven't found the success they've wanted to. They're scrambling to find an answer, and the Knights are capitalizing on this opportunity. Saved by Stevenson's now back in play. And that kill falls in off the hands of number 9, Tanner Stauffer. Chalk a point up for Stevenson to make it 13-17. Knights still ahead in this third set. Back to serve is Garrett Wagle. Great dig, now playable by Tagaloa. It'll be called a double hit against Kaipo Tagaloa. Paul Clark's hit, wanting to get a chance to go in, as now it chalks up a point for Stevenson. Back to serve number 12, Garrett Wagle. Rekka Barnes' kill stuffed by a tandem of number 16, Nate Reynolds, and number 9, Tanner Stauffer. It'll force Coach Tom Peterson of the Knights to take a timeout, give him the opportunity to talk to his guys. They had a 5-point lead. It's been cut down to 2, mainly just off what it seems to be errors on the defensive side and mental errors by the Knights.
You're exactly right. And over these last few points, it's been a takeover of Noel Rekabaran. And, well, that's not a bad thing because he will take over and he will catch fire. I think it is very imperative for the success of the Knights for them to spread it out and other players to step up and take over sometimes.
Noel Rekabaran so far on the night has 13 kills but also 12 errors. So the Knights are finding him. He's open on these opportunities, just not able to convert at the success rate that he would like. Has a really dismal hitting percentage so far in this game at .026. Nowhere near season average, right around 3.78 or .378. So, like you said, Shay, Knights need to find other options. They found Paul Clark. Colby Wilson provided a great spark up there on that front line. Mark Stapley as well. All these guys contributing. And even though Rekabaran not able to put up the numbers maybe he wants to, he still leads both squads in kills. Just a testament to how much of a great player Rekabaran is. And speaking of those players we just mentioned, Colby Wilson able to pick up another kill for this Knights team and bring them up 18-15.
You know, Chris, Colby Wilson is catching fire here in this third set.
Colby Wilson moves up. He has 6 kills on the night. And like we said, just that ability he has to get into the opponent's head on the defensive side. Great thing to have for the Knights. And that dig overjudged by Mark Stapley. Put another point on the board for Stevenson, 16-18.
You know, Chris, it looked like Stapley dove a little bit too early because if he had waited to judge where the ball was going, he could have had it.
Back to serve now is Tanner Stauffer. Stauffer with a service ace. 1-point game, still in favor of the Knights. That serve goes off the hands of Noel Rekabarn. 2 service aces in a row for Tanner Stauffer, and he brings the game equal, 18-18, Shea. Now Stauffer back to serve for the 3rd time in a row. Looking to give Stevenson the lead. He can't convert. Hits the net. Ball back to the Knights. Knights take a 1-point lead again.
And you know, Chris, a lot of the momentum shifts tonight have been caused by service errors.
Now back to serve for the Knights, Kaipo Tagaloa. It was a great block down by Stapley and Usovic. Block just falls out of bounds. It brings 19-19. Mustangs and Knights at level pegging here in the 3rd set. And Shea, such an important set for the outcome of this match.
You're exactly right, Chris, because the team that goes up 2-1, it just puts a drag on the other team knowing that they're down by a whole set and that they have to come back and win 2 more.
That'll be an error by the Knights, and to give Stevenson their first lead here of this 3rd set. And back to serve for them, number 17, Billy Russo. Billy Russo, a senior from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Now the Knights, opportunity to attack. Up high, down hard by Noel Rekabarn. Too strong for Tanner Stauffer to handle. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 1, Paul Clark. Paul Clark leads this squad in service aces. The service playable. Now here come the Mustangs. Playable, great save. Hit by Paul Clark, too strong. Stevenson stays up, 21-20. Stapley with a big right hand, down good for the kill. 21-21 level pegging. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 15, Cooper Anderson. Playable by Anderson. That kill by Stapley, blocked by number 12, Garrett Wagle. Stevenson stays up 22-21. The Knights not able to get over that hump to take the lead so far in this set. Or I guess in the last couple of points, rather. Short service playable. Stapley will not be denied on that opportunity. Hit it right into the chest of Mason Scott.
He had no time to react on that, Chris.
And Stapley, after being denied, picks up a point for the Knights. 22-all, now back to serve. Rekabarn's kill is good. Knights take a lead, 23-22.
The Knights here are showing off their sheer power and their hitters.
Stapley now. Great dig by Paul Clark. Here come the Knights. That block no good by Wilson and Rekabaran. Make it 23 all. Crucial point in this third set. And back to serve number 8, Michael Darty. Play by the Knights. Up high, down hard by Colby Wilson. Knights take it up 24-23. Set point opportunity for the number 8 team in the nation, the Southern Virginia Knights. So Noel Rekabaran and the Knights with an opportunity to take this third set and move up 2-1. Rekabaran serve too strong and into the net. Make it 24-24. The Knights hand over the serving duties, number 12, Garrett Wagle. And that block by number 16, Nate Reynolds, give the Mustangs a set point opportunity. They're up 25-24 of the Knights. Saved by Stevenson off the kill from Rekabaran. Knights another opportunity on attack. Saved again by Stevenson and just tipped over by number 11, Christian Taylor. So Stevenson takes the third set, 26-24 over the Knights of Southern Virginia.
You know, Chris, that was such a great point by both teams. The effort by both teams on that point. And Stevenson just able to put it right down the line to end it.
And Shay, we saw the Knights really keeping the pressure on there on that final point. Great hit by Noel Rekabaran. 2 great hits by Paul Clark. Just great defense being shown by that Stevenson's back line and the Stevenson's libero, which I believe is number 22, Derek Tangora. Just able to make those defensive plays, and then a great hit over by number 11, Christian Taylor, just catching Mark Stapley a little bit out of position, like you said, right down that back line. Great point by Stevenson. But if you're the Knights, that's what you want to see on the offense side. You want to keep that pressure up. Just unfortunately, you dropped a point, and it was at a really bad time. Stevenson takes it up 2-1. They take that third set, and now the Knights need to win 2 straight sets in order to win this match.
And Chris, being down 2-1 can be kind of mentally demoralizing, just knowing that you have to win 2 whole sets to win now.
And at the same time, Shay, the Knights really had the upper hand for the majority of that third set. Stevenson didn't take a lead right until they got around the 15-point mark, and then it was back and forth ever since then. So the Knights, they have the ability to beat this Mustangs team. They just need to smooth out the edges, smooth out their defense, and not get caught off guard like they did in that last point against Stevenson. And like we said, Shay, if you're the Knights, you have Noel Rekabaran, Paul Clark, Colby Wilson has shown that he's more than capable of making those kills, along with Mark Stapley. All these weapons, just need to utilize them in a way that's efficient, and you'll get as many points as you want.
And for most of that third set, they were using them very efficiently, and then at the end, it kind of got out of hand. So in the fourth set, they just need to get back to where they were at the beginning of the third set, because I think that's the best that we have seen the Knights rolling so far this season.
And in that last set, Stevenson picks up the most number of kills they've had in this entire game. They picked up 11 kills in that third set. Had a hit percentage of .214, so not great. But Stevenson able to find something really in those last couple of points to put them just a little bit above the Knights and able to get that third set. The Knights will be looking out to come with a head of steam in this fourth set because they know they're down 1. This fourth set's so important for this Knights team. And Shay, something that needs to be noted, the number of attacks that both teams have had. Stevenson only had 85 attacks so far in this game. The Knights have had 99, one shy of 100. So the Knights have had the opportunities to put the ball away and take this game basically by the scruff of the neck and carry it home. Knights just need to be more efficient in what they do on offense.
And I think we'll be seeing a better offensive efficiency here in this fourth set because it's very urgent and very important.
And we've seen it so far because of the great blockers the Knights have in Mitch Usovich and Colby Wilson. Stevenson hadn't attempted very many kills. They haven't gotten many of them to fall. They've only had 28 kills on the night compared to the Knights, who have 41 kills on the night. So the Mustangs of Stevenson have been able to find a type of offense that gets them around the blockers of Southern Virginia and back into that back line. And the Knights really need to find an answer to it. Looking here in this fourth set. And getting things started in that fourth set is number 1, Paul Clark. Great block down by Noel Recca-Barnes. So Knights take the first point in this fourth set. Crucial set for the Southern Virginia Knights. Killed down by Noel Recca-Barnes off the fingertips of number 23, Kyle Bosco. So Noel Recca-Barnes, 2 straight points in this fourth set. Bring the Knights up 2-0. Great serve by Paul Clark. Playable by the Mustangs. That falls out. Another point for the Knights, so 3 straight for the Knights. After that hit by number 12, Garrett Wagle goes outside the post. Paul Clark again. That service goes into the net, so chalk a point up for the Mustangs. Their first point of this fourth set. Now serving for the Mustangs, number 1, Landon Shorts. Shorts' serve is wide here in this fourth set. Bring the Knights up 4-1 over the Mustangs of Stevenson. Now some substitutes coming in for the Knights. That being included number 15, Cooper Anderson. Cooper Anderson trying to get down for the dig, but the hit too strong from the hands of the Mustangs. Make it 2-4. Substitutes coming in for the Mustangs. Going off number 23, Kyle Bosco, and in him number 8, Michael Darty. That block falls wide, point Knights. Blocked down by Colby Wilson. Stevenson not able to find their groove at the start of this fourth set. Much like the third set, Knights take a 4-point lead. That hit falls in by Logan Smiley. Haven't heard very much from him in the last couple of sets. Logan Smiley picks up his 11th kill of the night. Nowhere near the comparison. Noel Recca-Barnes has picked up 16 on the night so far. And that serve by Wagle falls short into the net. Back and forth by both teams. Give the Knights the ball. Back to serve Noel Recca-Barnes. Service too strong by Noel Recabarren off the hands of number 4, Logan Smiley. Point Knights. Timeout taken by head coach Aldous Berzins of Stevenson. Knights lead 8-3 here in this fourth set. Like we mentioned this before, a crucial set for this Knights team. They need to win 2 in a row if they want to win this game. And so far doing an amazing job at this fourth set, finding their opportunities on offense and not allowing Stevenson to get their attacks going.
Yeah, you know, Chris, they just need to keep applying the pressure. Now is not the time to let up because, like we were talking about at the end of the third set, they started to let up a little bit instead of keeping on pushing through. And right now they have a 5-point lead. So obviously they've been finding success very efficiently, but they just need to keep on doing what they're doing.
And the Knights so far tonight, they lead every single statistical category, that including they have blocks, so they have 3 blocks or solo blocks. They have 12 block assists, only have 1 blocking error. That's the only stat on tonight that they're tied with Stevenson. Knights have 103 attacks, 43 kills compared to 30 kills of Stevenson, and 43 assists compared to the 26 assists of Stevenson. So the Knights are playing their style of ball. They just need to continue what they're doing and limit the defensive mistakes. 8-3 in favor of the Knights. Back to serve, Noel Recabarren. Kill down by Paul Clark. No nonsense kill by Paul Clark. Back to serve again for the Knights, number 12, Noel Recabarren. Strong service, playable. They'll say it's an over-the-net violation on number 11, Christian Taylor of Stevenson. Point Knights. Noel Recabarren back to serve again. Third straight service for Recabarren. Recabarren's kill, good for 1, 11-3 Knights.
Chris, this fourth set has been a Noel Recabarren takeover so far.
Noel Recabarren back to serve for his 4th time in a row. And with that last hit, Noel Recabarren racks up 17 kills on the night. Confusion on the court, on the side of the Knights. Noel Recabarren serving that ball while the referee on top of the stand was making a substitution. So we'll bring Recabarren back. And now we're ready for some ball. Served by Recabarren, too strong, out of bounds. Point Stevenson. Back to serve now for Stevenson, number 4, Logan Smiley. Back-to-back service errors for both squads. Give the ball back to the Knights. Knights lead 12-4 here in this 4th set. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 10, Colby Wilson. Great dig by Stapley, just not able to get to it was Colby Wilson. Point Stevenson's. Back to serve now for Stevenson, number 17, Billy Russo. Paul Clark with a smart play. Acted like he was going up for the kill. Instead, just knocked it over for an easy point. 13-5 in favor of the Knights.
That was a very good vision by Paul Clark right there to see the lack of frontline blockers for Stevenson right there.
Now back to serve for the Knights, number 8, Kaipo Tagaloa. That kill falls in by Landon Shorts. Really haven't mentioned his name too many times in this game. He has 7 kills on the night. Leading scoring for Stevenson is Logan Smiley. But Landon Short's really been shut down so far in this game, but they're able to get that one. Now Stevenson back to serve. And that kill by Stapley, too far. Chalk up a point for Stevenson, make it 7-13. Playable, just confused Landon Shorts there as the ball went up off the bump for number 4, Logan Smiley. It hit the lighting fixtures here at the Knight Arena. Confused Landon Shorts, give the ball back to the Knights. Shay, when you're playing in the Knight Arena, they call it the barn for a reason. It's so loud, but not only the fans, apparently the lighting fixtures and just the ceiling can get in the way of the way you play ball.
You're exactly right. We've seen sometimes that Stevenson has had a hard time adjusting to the ball off the ceiling because the ceiling is so low. You probably won't have that problem any other place.
That serve by Shorts just goes off the hands of Paul Clark. It'll bring Stevenson up 9-14. The Knights still have the lead here in this 4th set. And now Shorts back to serve again. That serve by Shorts, no good, goes out of bounds. Point Knights. Back to serve now for the Knights, number 15, Cooper Anderson. Cooper Anderson usually called in by Coach Tom Peterson to take over the serving duties. Stapley up high, down hard. Good kill by Stapley. Bring the Knights up. 16-9. And it'll force head coach Aldis Berzins of Stevenson to take another timeout. Knights lead 16-9 here in this 4th set, and they found other ways to get on the board. We just saw Stapley there with a great kill.
You're exactly right. And this is exactly what we've been talking about the Knights needing to do to find success, is spreading it out to their other players other than Recca Barn. And they're doing just that here in this 4th set.
Absolutely are. Right now, on this game, you have 6 different Knights that have kills on their name. Recca Barn has 17. Paul Clark has 12. No surprise there. Those are the main hitters for this Knight squad. Mark Stapley has 8. That's more than Landon Shorts, who has been the main outside hitter for Stevenson so far. And Colby Wilson has 7. So Colby Wilson and Landon Shorts, 2 very different players in the ways they play. Outside hitter Landon Shorts loves to jump up as high as he can and knock it down and get the kill. Colby Wilson, he's a middle blocker. He doesn't get those opportunities to kill the ball as much as Shorts does. But so far tied up in this game with 7 kills apiece. Just shows the unselfishness of this Knights team to find the players they want to have the ball and able to put it down efficiently.
And it also shows the smartness and experience of Kaipo Tagaloa to recognize who his hot hitters are at the time, because he is spreading it out very well.
That too far, and you mentioned Tagaloa. Tagaloa on the night so far, 41 assists. It seems almost every single attacking play has come through Tagaloa. And the Knights so far in the game, they have 46 assists on the night, 41 of those belonging to Tagaloa. So a pair of service errors give the ball back to the Knights. Back to serve now, number 4, Mark Stapley. After several complaints from everyone here in the Knight Arena, Noel Recca Barn came down to kill it. Number 16, Nathan Reynolds, basically grabbing it out of the air and putting it back. Referee's delayed call, but able to put it at the end, bring the Knights up 18-10 over the number 5 team in the nation, the Mustangs of Stevenson. Back to serve now, Mark Stapley. The Stapley serve falls in. Looked like Stevenson thought it was going to fall out of bounds after hitting the net, but snuck its way inside the area of play. Bring the Knights up 19-10. And they'll say it's a double touch violation against Stevenson. Now brings the Knights up 20-10 here in this fourth set. The Knights have really run away with this one so far in the fourth set. Stapley again back to serve. Had to happen sooner or later on Mark Stapley's fourth straight service attempt. That one goes too far. Bring the score 20-11, still in favor of the Knights. Stapley will make his way to the bench, but now serving for Stevenson is number 12, Garrett Wagle. Up high, down hard by senior Colby Wilson. Knights maintain their 10-point lead.
And Chris, Wilson was a huge part of the third set success for the Knights towards the beginning of the third set.
And so far in this set, he's been a massive factor here in the fourth. Now back to serve, Noel Rekabaran. Great dig by Aina. Paul Clark up high, down hard. Make it 22-11 in favor of the Knights. Rekabaran's serve out of bounds. It'll turn the ball back over to Stevenson. But Shea, so far in this fourth set, the Knights have played their style of ball, and they've run away with it somehow.
They're using exactly what they did at the beginning of the third set, but they're using it in a more effective and more efficient way and more consistent, because in the third set, remember, they were ahead most of the third set and then fell behind at the end. In this fourth set, they are pushing until the very end and doing a very good job of it.
Speaking of efficiency, Paul Clark getting that last kill brings him up to 14 kills on the night with a hit percentage of .346. And it goes off the hands of number 95 of the Knights, Andrew Fanua. Probably could have let that one go, Shea. But now back to... Go ahead, Shea.
Oh, so I was just going to say, I think that was what Fanua was saying after, is that he should have let that one go.
Knights get another chance at it here, though. Fanua plays it to Tagaloa. Paul Clark, the man cannot be stopped, Shea. 3 kills in a row for Paul Clark. He looks unstoppable here in this fourth set.
I think the whole team looks unstoppable here in this fourth set, Chris.
And it'll be a set point opportunity for the Knights. They're up 24-13 over the Mustangs. Looking to take this fourth set and force a fifth set. Tagaloa back to serve. Played by Stevenson. That kill good. No one in the area of where Landon Shorts decided to hit that ball into. Knights still up by 10, though. This is the Knights set to lose. Another set point opportunity for the Knights. Back to serve, number 5, Alex Melbardis. Playable by the Knights. That block goes off the hands of Mitch Usovich and out of bounds. Stevenson will maintain possession of the ball. Back to serve again, number 5, Alex Melbardis. That serve wide. Knights take the fourth set and force the fifth set, and they have the momentum going into it. Great opportunity if you're Coach Tom Peterson and the Knights.
And Chris, that fourth set was very promising going into the fifth set because the Knights had the momentum the entire set. And it's just very promising going into the fifth set and how they were able to take that one by 10 points.
Extremely promising for the Knights. and especially because they have so many weapons they can use on the offensive side. We've mentioned Noel Reckabarn multiple times throughout the broadcast, NCAA Division III Volleyball Player of the Week a couple weeks ago. He has 18 kills on the night. Not hitting very well, around .130 hitting percentage, which is not great if you're Noel Reckabarn. But other guys have stepped up. We mentioned this so many other times throughout this broadcast. Paul Clark, Mark Stapley, Colby Wilson are making their presence known as guys that can finish off a point and get you easy points in that set. Knights need to keep riding this momentum. Play the ball through Kaipo Tagaloa. He's your X factor so far tonight. Like we said before, the Knights so far on tonight, they have 50 assists, and 45 of those are because of Kaipo Tagaloa. Amazing numbers put up from the junior from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Exactly right. And like you were saying, most of the Knights' offensive plays run through Tagaloa. And Tagaloa is a huge part of the success of this Knights team. He brings amazing experience as a junior setter, and he's just a huge, very critical, crucial part of this team.
Not only that, Tagaloa able to get himself, he has 2 kills on the night, 45 assists, but 9 digs. So making his presence known not only as an offensive facilitator, but also as a defensive stud that you can rely on and always keep there on the floor. And Shay, it'll be interesting coming into this 4th set if the Knights try anything different. What they've tried so far, it's been working. It worked throughout that 3rd set. You should unfortunately weren't able to pull it out. Stevenson had a great comeback in that 3rd set, but in the 4th, it was all Knights all the way. Stevenson weren't even in it. So if you're Coach Tom Peterson, an experienced coach in NCAA volleyball, do you keep doing what you're doing, or do you try to hit Stevenson with something they haven't seen?
I say keep doing what you're doing. And another thing to remember is this 5th set only goes to 15 points. The Knights, in the sets that they lost, they had the momentum until about the 15, until they got to 15. This time they only have to get to 15 to win this set.
It's a great showing, a great opportunity if you're the Knights. Like you said, in that 3rd set, the Knights really had it right until they got to that midway point of the set, and then they started to slow down and let Stevenson back in it. With this 5th set, 1st to 15, they have the opportunity to keep their foot on the gas and absolutely pull away with this game and upset the number 5 team in the nation in the Mustangs of Stevenson. And as the Knights makes their way onto the court, number 7, Ms. Usevich joining back the Knights on the court, but the familiar faces, Mark Stapley, Paul Clark, Colby Wilson, and of course Noel Reckabarn, and who can forget Kaipo Tagaloa. Interesting to see what this Knights team does at the start of this 5th and final set. Colby Wilson makes his way to the bench, and Daniel Aina makes his way in as libero for this Knights team, the defensive specialist. But back to serve, number 8, Kaipo Tagaloa. And that kill good by Landon Shorts just goes off the hands of Daniel Aina. And in this 5th and final set, Stevenson strikes first blood. Great dig by Reckabarn. Now here come the Knights. That block by, or the kill by Mark Clark rather, goes off the hands of number 23 Kyle Bosco and falls out of bounds. Point Knights. Too strong by the Knights off the hands of what looks to be Logan Smiley of Stevenson. Knights back to serve yet again. Paul Clark, the guy you want back behind the service line, back again for Southern Virginia. And that hit falls way out of bounds by Kyle Bosco. Knights now take the lead 3-1. Great serve by Paul Clark. It'll be a double hit violation on number 4, Mark Stapley of the Knights, or instead a lifting call. Give the ball back to Stevenson. Knights still up 3-2 in this 5th and final set.
That may not have been a valid point, but that's a very good effort by the Knights right there.
Now back to serve number 9, Tanner Stauffer. That hit by Mitch Usovich, too strong for the blockers of Stevenson and falls out of bounds. Knights up 4-2. Cooper Anderson back to serve now for the Knights. That kill good and down by number 4, Logan Smiley. Make it a 1-point game. Knights still ahead. Now back to serve for Stevenson, number 12, Garrett Wagle. Up high, down hard, Mark Stapley hitting it where it counts. Knights up 5-3. Knights with another kill. Colby Wilson getting his name on the play. Make it 6-3 Knights.
And Chris, the Knights almost have 4 players in the double digits for kills.
Stapley to serve now. Playable by the Knights. Tagaloa attempted the kill. Colby Wilson yet again, too strong for the hands of Nate Reynolds.
And Chris, that's now 10 for Colby Wilson.
10th kill for Colby Wilson. It'll force head coach Aldis Birds into Stevenson to take a timeout. The Knights lead 7-3 over the Mustangs, and they've played the way they've wanted to in this 5th and final set. Colby Wilson making his presence known. Multiple kills in the last couple of points. We've also seen some great digs by Daniel Aina. Just great overall volleyball play by the Knights so far.
You're exactly right, Chris. And Colby Wilson is the definition of clutch. He comes in high-pressure situations and does not feel it at all.
Absolutely does. That is the clutch mentality that this Knights team brings with the amount of seniors they have and the presence that they bring on the court, on and off the court for these younger classmen. It's just so important for this Knights team. Such a great asset to have for Coach Tom Peterson. And the Knights, they're up by 4 points. The next couple points are crucial. Need to get it to at least 10 and keep their lead if they want to have a chance to win it in the end. Back to serve for the Knights, number 4, Mark Stapley. Great dig by Paul Clark. Tagaloa not able to save it. Got lost up in the rafters here at Knight Arena. Falls back down. Point Stevenson. Now back to serve number 4, Logan Smiley. Smiley serve too strong for Rekha Baran. Stevenson brings it back up within 2 points, 5-7. Timeout taken by Coach Tom Peterson of the Knights. His Knights had a 4-point lead. Stevenson brought it within 2, mainly off service of great serving by Logan Smiley.
You're exactly right, and the power on those serves. Rekha Baran had no time to react on that last serve. he was trying to move his hands over so that he could get under it better, and it just went right off the side.
Be interested to know what Coach Tom Peterson is telling his guys here at this point. You're in the 5th and final set. You're 8 points away from taking it all home, and you're 2 points ahead of the number 5 team in the nation, cementing your legacy throughout this season to be where you want to be. You want to be in that number 1 spot. The Knights right now on their way to getting that. They're on a 3-game winning streak. Stevenson on a winning streak of their own. They're on an 8-game winning streak. So Stevenson looking for 9. The Knights looking for 4. Someone's going to be disappointed at the end of the night, and hopefully it's not Southern Virginia, because in the last 3 sets, they've held the majority of the momentum. They just need to carry it in this 5th and final set and bring it home. Back to serve now for Stevenson, number 4, Logan Smiley. Logan Smiley, so far in the night, has 1 service ace and 14 kills. Paul Clark, big right hand, falls in, point Knights, 8-5. Knights will bring it to the halfway point, and teams will switch side. Knights up 8-5 over the 5th-ranked team in the nation, the Mustangs of Stevenson.
All right, Chris, this is the crucial point in this set where the Knights just need to keep pushing and keep doing what they're doing.
Absolutely, Shay. Right now, the Knights have their foot on the neck of the Mustangs. Need to keep it there, keep applying that pressure, and not give Stevenson any space to come back. They're a top 10 ranked team. They have the ability to do so. Knights need to keep the pressure up. And that serve from Rekha Barn does exactly that. Falls right on the baseline, brings the Knights up 9-5. Now timeout taken by the Mustangs of Stevenson and head coach Aldis Berzins. With this timeout taken, Stevenson trails the Knights 9-5. Knights looking to bring this game back and finish it off after going down 2-1. They pulled it off in the set 4, had the momentum in set 3, and now looking to carry on this momentum within the 5th and final set. Knights 6 points away from victory. Now as the Knights make their way to the floor, again 9-5 over the number 5th ranked team in the nation, the Mustangs of Stevenson. Knights looking to pull this off and further cement their legacy as a top 10 team in the nation. Back to serve, number 12, Nawel Rekabaran. Playable by Stevenson. Great block down and good by Paul Clark. Knights go up by 5 points, 10-5. That kill down and good by Short. Stevenson bring it back within 4. Now 6-10, Knights still ahead. Colby Wilson's kill, saved by Stevenson. Short's able to tip it over. It goes off the hands of Kaipo Tagaloa. Score 7-10. Still in favor of the Knights. Kill by Colby Wilson, no good. Blocked by Shorts. Stevenson bring it within 3. Instead, they bring it within 2, 10-8, still in favor of Southern Virginia. Hit by Paul Clark, too strong. Stevenson brings it within 1. Great dig by Rekabaran. Now great dig by Stevenson. It'll be a point for Stevenson after going outside the bar. Stevenson somehow brings it back. 10 equal. And now timeout taken by Coach Tom Peterson of the Knights. 5 straight points scored by Stevenson. The Knights losing the momentum they had. Stevenson able to pick it up. Again, in this 5th and final set, the first team to reach 15 points takes it home. A top 10 matchup between the the 5th team in the nation in Mustangs and Stevenson, and the Knights ranked number 8th in the nation. It's been a thriller so far, but whenever it take the next 5 points, and brings it all home. Again, Stevenson riding the momentum they've had. They scored 5 straight points on the Knights. Knights were once up 10-5. Stevenson able to bring it back. And as both teams make their way to the floor, you know both coaches are trying to give their best. Head coach for Stevenson in his 3rd season. And Coach Tom Peterson of the Knights, a seasoned veteran on the court. Delbard is serving again for Stevenson. Ten all. Delbard's to serve for the 5th straight time. Rekabaran up high, down hard. Off the hands of one of the Stevenson's middle blockers. Knights take the lead and score their first point within 7 attempts. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 10, Colby Wilson. Wilson serve playable. Shorts playable by the Knights. And that hit goes off the hands of Mitch Usevich. Stevenson brings it back 11 all. Now serving for Stevenson, number 11, Christian Taylor. Up high and down hard by Paul Clark. Point goes to the Knights. Some discussion on the court between head coach of Stevenson and some of the officials. They believe it was a net violation. Referees say differently. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 8, Kaipo Tagaloa. That kill good and down by Shorts. Stevenson brings it back 12-12. That play by Paul Clark, no good. Look to just tip it over. Stevenson takes a 13-12 lead over the Knights. Shorts now serving. Great dig by Rekabaran. That kill by Paul Clark brings it back 13 all. Knights right back in it. Back to serve now for the Knights. Paul Clark leads his team in service aces. Knights having to play at 3. Dig by Tagaloa. The hit by Reckabarn too far. Gives Stevenson the point. Match point opportunity for Stevens. They're up 14-13 over the Knights. Now back to serve for Stevenson. Number 9, Tanner Stauffer. Match point for Stevenson. Great dig by Reckabarn. Knights to stay in it. Mark Stapley down. Good for 1. Knights bring it back 14-14. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 15, Cooper Anderson. Stevenson able to get that one. They bring it back 15-14. Another match point opportunity for the Mustangs of Stevenson. Now serving Wagle. Match point for Stevenson. Saved by Stevenson. They're still in it. Colby Wilson's hit up high, down hard. Knights bring it back 15-all. Now back to serve for the Knights, number 4, Mark Stapley. Stapley serve. Recca Barnes hit too far. Another match point opportunity handed to the Mustangs of Stevenson. The third match point for the Mustangs of Stevenson. Knights need to hold on. Score 16-15. Playable by the Knights. And that'll outside the bar. The Mustangs of Stevenson able to come into the Knight Arena and steal this one away from head coach Tom Peterson and his 8th-ranked Knights. It was a tough match throughout. Just in the end, the Mustangs of Stevenson able to pull it out after being down 10-5 in the 5th and final set against the 8th team of the nation, the Knights. Crushing defeat for the Knights and head coach Tom Peterson. Knights lose their first of the season, and the Mustangs advance to 9-1, 9 games in a row. Tough game overall, but some great showings by the Knights. Typo Tagaloa after over 50 assists in that game. Now, well, Reckabarn not having the percentage he might have wanted, but able to get the numbers. Knights team, they can bring things out of this loss. They play extremely well in the 4th and 5th sets, including that 3rd set. Just not able to pull it out. That'll come as the season goes along. Again, they fall to the 5th-ranked Mustangs. Knights still holding their number 8 in the nation spot. We thank you so much for joining us on the Knight Sports Network. On behalf of myself, Shay Maloof, and the entire Knight Sports Network family, we say thank you for joining us. Good night, and go Knights.